All right, this is part two to soda can stove. Um, like I said, I made a pot out of Heineken can. That one is probably good enough to go, but this is my kitchen. I put fiberglass. Basically, this is fiberglass joint compound tape to do like sheetrocking, that kind of thing. I think there's some better stuff out there, but I couldn't find it. So basically, I wrapped this around about 20 times just to make it to where when you're cooking on this pot, you can grab the pot without having any gloves or anything like that and not get burnt. Also, on the top, you can see this blue thing. Basically, that's just one of those rubber armbands that you can get at Benny's or Walmart, whatever. They're like 50 cents or $1. Kids wear them, rubber. This was for the union that we were trying to start at work. Anyway, put that around the top, so if you wanted to drink out of this, it kind of protects your lips. If you made some coffee or whatever you made in this pot, you could, or soup or whatever, and you just wanted to drink it right out of this pot, you put your lips on that, you're not going to get burnt. Anyway, okay. My whole kitchen fits inside this Heineken can. You can see the first soda can stove that I ever made. And again, talking about the jet pilot holes, the jet holes, I made this one on the outside, which works pretty good. The new one I made on the inside, which works pretty good. Both work. I mean, whatever you want to do. This one's a little taller than that one, you can see. It's up to you how you want to do it. There's more than one way to screw in a light. I mean, there's one way to fillet a fish. I don't know. Whatever your preference is. And I also made this. This doesn't come out here so easy. This wire mesh. And that kind of holds my pot. I'll show you, demonstrate. Put this thing together. Basically, how it goes is stove, screen, pot. You got all this in the angle here and all this in the, yeah, I guess so. Alright, let's get one of these things fired up. This is kind of keeps it, if you put this right on the soda can, it puts out the flame. So you need something that kind of lifts it off the soda can, like so. Little lid, pop that on top. I'm not really going to cook anything here, but you could see how you could cook something. Alright? So let's get one of these things fired up. Let's do my original stove. Original one? Or the new one? Yeah, we'll do the original one. Why not? Alright. For this, I'm going to use heat. You can take my word for it. Regular rubbing alcohol works just as good. This heat maybe works just a little bit better, but rubbing alcohol works really good. See if I can pop the lid off this thing without spilling it all over the place. Not sure how much of a good idea this is, me doing this on my computer desk, and smoking a cigarette at the same time is probably not a good idea. Just dump a little in here. Now, believe it or not, you want to purposely spill a little of this on the side of the soda can stove. I'll show you why in a minute. I spilled some over here, which I don't want to do. I don't want to set my desk on fire here. Kind of want to keep everything contained on top of the aluminum foil. Where's my lighter? Need some matches. Now, the reason you want to overspill it is because you got to prime this can. The fuel that you put in there needs to vaporize in order for this whole thing to work. Let's see what we got here. Now some needle nose pliers kind of come in handy. I fired it up, but sometimes it helps if you... Oh, I didn't have to. Alright, you can see this thing is going really good. A little bit too good. Kind of let some of that burn off. Get a good shot of... I'll turn the lights off in a second. How much time are we going here? 5 minutes, okay. Hope you can see that flame. Flame's really, really high right now. It'll die down, it'll simmer down a little bit. Just the spillage that I'll put the soda, put the penny over the main fill hole. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's coming out the jets. It's still vaporizing inside. And you got a shot of that. You can see that's coming out the jets. As this heats up a little bit, it's going to work even better. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess you can see it. It's burning really nicely right now. It's a really nice blue flame. There's a little bit of orange in there, but it's mostly a really, really clean burn. You get all these different kind of soda can stoves, volcano stoves, and they're really not fuel efficient. This one right here is really fuel efficient. If you do it with a thumbtack, it works really good, but you know what I did was I made all my holes with a drill bit, the smallest drill bit that I have. And that made for a nice round, clean hole. And you know what? I made the jets work a lot better than just with a thumbtack. But it does work with a thumbtack, because I've done it both ways. And let's see if I can get a top angle shot of this. Look at that. Now trust me, you put a regular pan on here with water, and you're cooking, bro. I mean, you're cooking. That's gonna burn. I didn't put that much in here, but that'll probably burn for 4 or 5 minutes at least, just from the little bit I put in there. Well, the more fuel you put in there, the longer you're gonna burn. You know, you dump a bunch in there, you're gonna burn for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, depending on how big of a stove you made. And probably the more fuel you put in there, it's a little tougher to get it to vaporize and that kind of thing. Now, if I put my... Let's turn the lights on, see if we can still see it. You can still see the flame. I'm going to try a different light. Alright, you can still see that flame nice. You put the screen on there, like so. Then you put your pot on there. You see, you're cooking like a champ right now. All right. You've seen it. Any questions, comments? Love to hear them. Peace and God bless.